Goldman Sachs actually predicts that over 300 million jobs are actually expected to be lost or degraded by AI by the year 2030. So while most people, they see the headlines and they do absolutely nothing, there's actually a small group of normal everyday people who are quietly profiting from AI. And my name is Jim Fung, and using this exact AI business that I'm about to share with you in today's video, I was actually able to go from zero to making over $1 million online over the last 2.5 years by using this exact AI opportunity that I believe that literally anyone can start as long as they have a laptop, they have an internet connection, but most importantly, they have the willingness to learn and try something new, right? Because the AI gold rush is not only here, but it's already happening, and there's a lot of people who are already using it to completely change their lives, right? And it's not all about just making a ton of money, but they're also using it as an opportunity vehicle to provide for their families, to build financial security, and to most importantly, live a life that they've always wanted to live, right? And I know that to be true because that's exactly what I've been able to do over the last few years, right? And I was only able to do this by using something called AI lead generation. Now, most people actually think that in order to capitalize on the AI gold rush, in order to make money with AI, that they actually need, a ton of tech skills. They need to learn how to code. They need some crazy, startup idea that will completely change and revolutionize the world. But that could not be further from the truth, because you actually don't need any of those things. When I personally got started with my own AI business, I literally had no tech skills. I honestly didn't really know what I was doing, and I actually started it part-time on the side of my job. So while most people, they get stuck at even the idea of, oh my gosh, I have to I have to build the next Facebook, I have to build the next Netflix. You don't need to do that, because one thing that I actually realized that was actually super interesting was if you look at some of the largest companies in the world, we're talking about companies like Airbnb, we're talking about companies like Uber. Look at Airbnb. Airbnb is making billions of dollars every single year, and they don't own a product. Instead, what they are doing is they're kind of acting as the middleman, connecting people who have homes with the people who want to visit, or who want to rent out the home. Or if you look at a company like Uber, Uber's actually worth, I think it's worth over $80 billion. I think that's what I saw. And they are only worth $80 billion, and it's the exact same thing. They don't own any cars, right? They don't have any products, but all they're doing is they're acting as the middleman, connecting people who have the cars with the people who want to ride in those cars, kind of like a taxi. So again, they're being the middleman. So the thing that nobody seems to realize about the best way to make a lot of money with AI right now is it's not about, taking on all of the risk by building a product. It's not by, burning tens of thousands of dollars on marketing, on advertising. It's not by wasting months, if not years, just struggling to even make a profit. The best way to make a lot of money right now using AI is by being the middleman, connecting somewhere where there's a lot of demand with something where there's a lot of supply. And that's exactly how AI lead generation works. Because with AI lead generation, essentially we're just using AI to connect businesses with the one thing that they always need more of, which is obviously new leads and new customers. So for example, just think about the last time that you just saw a local business that just shut down. Chances are it's not because they had a bad product, it's not because they had a bad service, although that could be the case, right? But more often than not, the reason why they shut down is because they just simply couldn't get enough new leads and new customers in the door. And when I realized this, I realized that there was a massive gap in the market, right? And if I can come in where I was using AI to connect businesses with the one thing that they always need more of, then I could make a ton of profit. And I was absolutely correct, because when I first got started, my very first client, they were actually a recruitment agency. And again, right, I was the middleman where I was using AI connecting my recruitment agency clients to companies that were looking to hire new people, and they paid me $3,000. And that's exactly the beauty of the AI lead generation business model, because you're able to charge anywhere between $1,000 and $3,000 for every single client that you end up working with. And that's exactly what makes this the best opportunity, the best AI opportunity right now to start, is because you're actually able, the income potential is actually pretty high, right? Because there's so many different business models out there where you're selling something for, let's say $500 or, $200 or $300. Obviously, if you're charging a low price, you're gonna need a lot of volume. You're gonna need to sell it to a lot of customers. But with AI lead generation, you're literally able to earn $3,000 per month, $5,000 per month, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 per month, because, and it's going to be simple to do it because you don't need hundreds of customers in order to hit those numbers. That's exactly how I was able to get to over $1 million, right? I haven't worked with thousands and thousands and thousands of customers. I was able to work with a small handful of customers and clients because I was charging anywhere between $1,000 and $3,000. And the reason why these businesses are willing to pay me that much money is because I'm actually solving a massive problem that they have. And that's the essence of AI lead generation. And that's exactly what makes this the best AI opportunity to start in 2025. So here's an example that I think will actually give you a much better picture as to what AI lead generation actually looks like in real life. So let's say there's a marketing agency, and that marketing agency, they specialize in working with restaurants and helping them grow by using social media marketing and paid advertising. Your job as the AI lead generator is, let's say you sign that marketing agency as your client. They're paying you anywhere between $1,000 and $3,000 to, for your AI lead generation services, and they are your clients. So what you'll be doing is you will be acting on behalf of your marketing agency client, and you'll be sending an email, what's known as a cold email, but you'll be reaching out over email to these restaurants, to these founders, owners, business owners of these restaurants. And inside of that email, inside that cold email, you'll be essentially saying, hey, I saw that you're running, XYZ restaurant. Are you interested in growing your restaurant by using social media marketing or by running paid ads? If you're interested, why don't we hop on a quick call? And basically, the goal of sending those cold emails out to these restaurants is you be booking calls for your marketing agency clients. So a small handful of these restaurants, they might be interested. They might be interested in hopping on a call, and they'll be hopping on a call with your marketing agency client, and that's a sales call for your clients. And obviously, if your client does a good job on that sales call, they'll close that client, that restaurant agency, as their own client, and they'll be making money from that. So notice what you did there. As the AI lead generator, you're simply the middleman where you were connecting the restaurant with that marketing agency, and you're doing that by cold emails. So you're sending cold emails on behalf of your marketing agency clients. And the best part about this is when it comes to these emails, they are able to be completely automated and written using AI. So to be successful with this, you don't need years of writing. You don't even need to know how to write an email, even though most people actually know how to do that. You just need to be able to follow simple instructions, and you just need to know how to actually do it and actually take action. And that's exactly what this video is all about. Because the goal of this video is to just show you exactly what AI lead generation is, introduce you to the opportunity, and show you what type of opportunities are out there, especially when it comes to AI. Because I see the same type of content that everyone else does. And again, right, there's just so much noise and information out there as to the best way to, start a business and earn money with AI. And I'm just trying to share with people the opportunity that has personally made me well over $1 million at this point over the last 2 to 3 years. And it's the opportunity that has completely changed my life, right? Because not only has it been able to provide for me financially, but it's able to allow me to provide for my families, provide for my loved ones. I was able to retire my parents, and I'm able to just essentially live life on my own terms, right? This is a business model where I'm able to work from literally anywhere in the world. I'm able to work completely on my own schedule, work 1 to 2 hours a day. And it's the best one if you're looking for something that you don't need to take on, again, right, all of the risk by doing all of these crazy things. And if you're interested in learning more about AI lead generation, then, the first link in the description is a link to a training video where I explain better exactly what AI lead generation is. And if you're interested, then we could potentially get, work together and see if I could help you start your own AI lead generation business and get it to $5,000 to $10,000 per month. Again, that's not for everyone, and that's not the goal of this video as well. If you're looking to learn more about what AI lead generation is, check out my YouTube video, check out my YouTube channel as well. I make tons of different videos talking about AI lead generation, and it just honestly just share and document what has worked for me over the last 2 to 3 years as I have started my own AI lead generation business and seen success with it. And I honestly just share and document exactly what works for me. So that's pretty much it for today's video. If you like this video, make sure you drop me a like, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.